to be.
Here, let me just record. You tell me about the whole truck. Let me just do this.
So I bought this truck when I was 13 with the intention of making kind of like a simple pro touring style vehicle. Just doing like a 5.3 in it, T5, 8.8 rear, just really simple, you know, something fun to drive around. And, you know, things happen in life to where you have to work on other projects or help other people, or you get sidetracked with school, things like that. And, or also moving, you know, I moved to Texas a couple years ago. And so I was finally able to start working on this truck again. And I quickly realized that I didn't fit in the truck at all. I had a Muncie 4-speed sitting next to me and a mock-up LS sitting in front of me, and my knee was into the trans and my feet were like right next to the engine. I just knew I wasn't gonna fit, and I had it on the chassis table over here at Dusold Designs, just kind of like looking everything over. I was gonna build a cage because I had actually built a full chassis for it already, and Mike Dusold, the owner, was like, "Dude, you're not gonna fit." He's like, "What if you put the engine in the back and scooted the seat to the middle?" And that kind of gave me the idea of, oh wow, it's kind of like a McLaren F1, you know, where you sit in the middle, engine's right behind you, you know, use a transaxle, things like that. And I cut the chassis that I had built in half and used the cradle from a 5th gen Camaro to get all the geometry off of, and it's transformed into this crazy 1974 mid-engine Chevrolet love truck. And I debuted it at LS Fest East with Holly, just as a project. It's still a project, obviously, but I'm slowly, you know, whenever I can, whenever I'm not traveling, you know, working on it, trying to get it done. So right now, as you can see, it is a full tube chassis that uses a No Limit Mustang 2 front suspension, and the rear is based off of a 5th gen Camaro. And then it has just a mock-up LS in it right now, and it will end up getting a Sadev paddle shifted sequential in it. That's kind of based off of like a Porsche style transaxle. And like I'd mentioned before, it is center drive. And so I went for like a GT, or like a Ford GT style firewall where everything kind of just goes straight to the middle. Those cars were really narrow too and really low. So yeah, as you can see, did the full aluminum pedal box, trying to save weight, so everything's out of 040 aluminum. Lately, I actually mounted up or mocked up the Bear brakes. I did their Bear XTR calipers, so 6 pistons all the way around, tucked behind those Forgeline wheels and Falcon tires. So, and another cool thing that a lot of people really like about it is the cantilever rear suspension. And mind you, these are just some plates I made for mock-up. Those will all be made out of billet, but it's kind of cool because it just adds that kind of like race truck look to the truck. And with the transaxle that's going to be straight down the middle, it'll just kind of all come together. It'll have a big wing on it. This truck will mainly be used for time attack, so it'll have a big wing on it that probably sits about this high, big diffuser, full flat bottom. Everything will be, you know, sealed off, and just everything has a purpose for this truck. So right now it kind of looks bare bonesy, but it'll all get finished out. Hopefully by January 1st, I will have this thing ripping through the streets of Dallas for a debut video. So there's a lot to get done, but I'm just gonna keep cranking away.